people, 2 armed people are in custody, 8 or 9 people. We have 9 people confirmed injured. Some of those people went to University Health, some of them went to Children's Mercy, but we're seeing a whole lot of video of ambulances both coming to that scene and then rushing away from the scene. This is also video from earlier today. You can see some of the response. This is all the way north on Grand, and you can see the police officers, using the fact that Grand was shut down to be able to try to get there as quickly as possible. But check this out when they zoom in. All those police cars essentially piled up because those big crowds make it really hard and challenging for law enforcement officers to respond to something like this.
Yeah, and we talk about, we want to make sure we understand this. We know this situation has happened, but I think in the essence of what today was all about was celebrating our city, celebrating our champions, celebrating the Chiefs. We don't want to negate, because this does not define Kansas City. We want to make sure we know that this is an isolated situation. I think the whole situation is now under control with law enforcement, but we do not want to take away the fact that this is what we are doing. We were celebrating our Kansas City Chiefs, and the city was coming together, and so we don't want to let this incident define who we are. And so we know that law enforcement are on top of this situation. They moved in pretty quickly. Again, this happened as soon as that rally wrapped up. Right at 2 o'clock, this situation came. A lot of folks said they wasn't sure what to expect and what was going on when they heard that. We did hear some reports that we know someone was injured, 8 or 9 people injured, 1 critical, and again, 2 people in custody. We want to go now to Dave DeMarco. He's live out there. Well, we know, Dave DeMarco, you actually spoke to some witnesses who saw what happened a few minutes ago. Tell us what they told you, Dave.
Yeah, this was a family that was just in town for the rally from Florida, have an 8-month-old baby. It wasn't with them at the time. But what they said right after they had left the rally, as the crowds were clearing out of here after what had been a wonderful day, I was down there with my family as well. That's when they saw the shots. They first thought possibly they were fireworks, then saw someone go down that had been shot in the leg. That woman saying that she then got down on the ground, of course, just to try to get away from those bullets. Said at that point she wasn't really thinking about the fear of possibly being trampled. Her boyfriend, I believe it was, was ahead. They couldn't see each other, just those scary moments. She got up, and that's when she saw a man that had been shot in the mouth and was bleeding, of course. And then just all of the chaotic moments really at that point of trying to get any assistance to those people and get the 2 people in custody or at least the 2 people that we know that they have detained right now for questioning. I should say, she said those people that she saw that they did have detained looked pretty young, but that hasn't been confirmed by police at this point. So once I got back to the station, then we started heading back down here, and that's when we had our windows down, and you could just hear everyone talking about how crazy, how wild this was, and certainly so unfortunate for what has been a wonderful day. And now you see some of the traffic here still behind me, as folks trying to make it out as well, as they've made it back to their cars. And the folks, that I was talking to, saying that they are very thankful to be safe themselves right now, but certainly saying their thoughts and prayers go out to those that were injured, especially for those like the woman that I spoke to that saw it firsthand and saw the agony on those victims.
Well, Dave, let me ask you this. Did they talk about hearing any commotion, like any scuffle, an argument, or anything before this happened?
Yeah, no, I asked that, and they said they didn't, and I'm not sure. I assume probably the music was still playing, noisy, but they said they didn't hear anything, and that's why they wondered. And again, we haven't been able to talk to police about this, but they really wondered, because often in these situations, I mentioned I was down there with my family. I know, tensions got heated, some pushing and shoving as people tried to jockey position throughout the day, but we didn't know. They said that they didn't hear any kind of commotion or fighting before. So they really had to wonder what led to this.
Yeah. And you said you were out there with your family. What area were you in?
Yeah, so we were on the other side of Union Station there, kind of right below the perch where all our anchors were today. They're at, I believe, Pershing and Main. Okay. So the other side of Union Station, the opposite of the parking garage there. Where we understand. And that's and if you can see back there, you're going to see the Kansas City Ballet and everything. We were trying to, again, we couldn't drive any farther to make it through here, but just trying to walk down to get to police and see what the best that we can find out. But that's the side of Union Station where this happened, and of course where we were finding the victims are going back to their cars, or I'm sorry, the people that witnessed it on this side.
Okay.